like how I imagine all of my transitions in D&D. Just... Meanwhile,
okay, so the two of you are at the Sandpit. You just watched Kenaris and Fairius basically be lowered back underneath the pit, and Boink is still with them. Unless the War Matron raises her hands and speaks. That concludes the male tournament. We will proceed with the regularly scheduled rookie female tournament. I have a champion to congratulate. The War Matron turns and leaves her box, and then one of her male consorts, you assume is probably Iona, stands up and begins to talk to the crowd. But there'll be a short intermission to clean up the stage and drain the sand. He goes on to say it'll probably be an hour and prattles on a few things about a few other logistical things.
I guess while I'm underneath Tarina's cloak, I just like pop my head out. It's like, should we go after them? I mean,
to see what's happening with them?
Yeah. I mean,
I have a better idea.
Okay.
How about instead I go blind and you tell me if anything's happening and I will narrate what's happening to them.
Okay.
Works for me. Okay. So
Sweet.
You close your eyes and go into Boink's vision. He is currently on like the back sort of shoulder of Fairius and is peering over his shoulder. And you see Kenaris and Fairius both, well, Kenaris is still unconscious, Fairius is panting heavily, and I gotta go to the right dialogue block. Hang on.
Oh.
Bronze.
Nope. Alright.
You catch...
I'm casting Brewcraft, but that'll be for another time.
You catch a glimpse of Silver. Fine work, champion. The War Matron appears at the other end of the room. She spins the blade in her hand. It's just a knife that she has. You must tell me who taught you how to fight. I haven't seen such clean footwork in a male in a very, very long time. There's a pause. And Fairius says, you flatter me. What house are you from? Now would be a good time to suggest something, Tarina.
Do I know any house?
Make a history check.
Come on, you're a noble kid. You know stuff.
Yeah, I think I have proficiency in that. I don't know anybody.
Has she overheard me saying any houses that I know of the limited drow stuff that I know?
History? Oh, wow! 19.
Yeah, okay. I figured. Your history is always really good. So, you remember back that that there are, like, basically really big clans, and that they have a lot of just branches of, like, smaller families. So, like, you could say, the Aha clan, which is, a really well-known one. They're well-known for their warriors. Or, you could say... Let's see. Let me get my list up. You could say he's from the Fakna. They're,
The Fatna?
The Fakna. They're a group that's actually from another one of the Drow kingdoms, but they're pretty well known. They're from... Look at my map! They're from this Drow. You're over in,
Okay.
You guys are over here in the purple, the Faknas are from over here.
And then I'd whisper, like, offshoot of the Falkos.
Okay. I'm from a branch in the Faulkner clan. Ah, so you're a visitor. Oh, where are my manners? I'm sure a champion is exhausted and wants his prize. She pulls out the rainbow shell from a pouch at her side and, like, hands it to him with this knowing look. I just forgot. You seem so comfortable next to that. I'm actually going to turn this intense music off.
Yeah, I think the guitarist knows what's going on.
Yep.
Boink is giving him advantage on deception checks.
Woo!
Cause boy does this buddy need it.
Yeah, he does.
Or are you just kind of like whispering in his ear and be like, just say this.
Just stay cool. Just stay cool. I just forgot. You seem so comfortable next to that. She gestures towards Kenaris' beast. Let's see. We'll have him. I actually have stats for him. I'll have him. And you wanted to give him advantage on deception?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
You can do it.
I'm going back and forth between talking in his ear if he needs it, because Boink is still invisible.
Yeah.
And narrating exactly what's happening to Ellie.
Yeah, I'm getting like mixed messages.
Okay,
like,
so he actually got.
Oh.
Okay. And then deception. What kind of deception? Okay, that's a 15.
Deception.
Okay, he got 15.
Disgrace.
Disgrace. We'll have. Okay, I wrote
score on his face.
You seem so comfortable next to that beast. And Fairius, just cool as a cucumber, just goes, I've seen worse. And the War Matron raises her hand. A carthage. Muzzle that beast for me, will you? And then you hear heavy footsteps thud against the ground and the sweep of feathery wings. And you see a carthage grasp the barely conscious Kenaris like a ragdoll and hold him tightly in his thick arms. Ooh, do I get to eat him? Not quite yet. Well, now, Fred the Furious.
That's right, his name's Fred.
I should have you regale your tales. Tales of your conquest. No one gets that good without having a few stories.
The shark!
Okay. Let's see, we'll have him do another deception. Oh, dude, he got a natural 20. And so he very calmly says, oh, well, I defeated this giant shark with one hand tied behind my back. And it's, he weaves this fantastic tale. And then, like, you add a little bit of pizzazz here or there by being like, oh, have him say this or that. And she's buying this. She's just like, oh, wow, that's impressive. And, she says, well, should also... she pulls out a sword from her hip and turns it around in her hand, saying, this sword that you have is finely crafted. Well balanced. Nothing special, much like a soldier should have. But, there's something peculiar about it. It has... She holds the blade kind of like this and holds, her fingers out so you can see the hilt. It has a wooden hilt. Very curious. I'll have him. Okay, alright. He, has this mild flash of panic and then says, oh, well, it's lighter that way. I see. She'll have to try that myself. She extends her hand to him, and he takes it, and then she pulls him up. He says, I should like to welcome you to come to my estate tomorrow evening for dinner. I have a deep interest in someone as skilled as you. We can discuss your future. And then she turns around on her heels and waves her hand and says, Akarovich, bring the dog.
No, tell them you're busy. Tell them that you can't do... I'm like saying these things even though you can't hear me. Tell them that you have lunch tomorrow.
Your plans, you're on a date, I don't know, anything!
Say, I don't know.
Okay, we'll have him, do...
No, I didn't say that!
Okay,
Well, yeah, she can't
That
hear...
was a joke,
The idea is she can't hear what I'm saying, but like she's narrating stuff to me, and I'm just panically making suggestions, you know, like because I can't do anything.
Okay, so she's walking away. Do you want him to do anything else, or do you want her to just walk away?
I want him to get out of there!
Okay. So he takes his sword and sheathes it, and then looks at Boink and nods and walks out of the champion's home. So he's heading outside.
Did you boink out? Or are you still boinked in?
I think at this point I'm like, okay, wait at the front entrance, we'll see you there. And then just pop out, I'm like, okay, he's leaving.
Okay.
Do you want to stay for the fight?
Well, no, I've got an idea. And also, you see me with like a bunch of moss in my hands, and you feel
As Ellie does.
it, like hanging from the back of your ears, like kind of strings of moss that just kind of go like around your chin, kind of like an Abe Lincoln kind of like dealio.
Why did you give me a beard?
I thought it would be funny.
Aww.
Was it a good prank?
High five, that's a good prank!
Yeah. And I still have moss in my hands. It just.
Let's head outside and find our friend and hope he's not dead. Let's go!
Okay.
Okay, so you guys head outside. There's a big crowd of very excited fans because a newbie came from nowhere and won.
I like as we're walking, I'm like, Tarina, do you think we should try to rescue so we have, is it Kenaris? Kenaris is the cat,
Yeah.
right?
Kenaris is the
Yeah.
one that.
Should we try to rescue Kenaris? I mean, we might be able to sneak in.
I mean, maybe. I kind of forgot about that in the moment, honestly.
I mean, I can turn into a small animal, and you can disguise yourself. I've seen you do it before. You could change your face, right?
Yeah,
And,
but I can't be like a small animal like you can.
well, we might have some pull since, Fred is the new champion.
Could you disguise yourself as that one chick that was talking to him? Because she seems to have some sort of power there. I'm not there. I'm just trying. Yeah.
Luna's telepathetically trying to get you guys to do what she wants instead.
Just,
Do I even have that anymore?
I don't know.
I might have gotten rid of it. Yeah, I got rid of it. So I don't have the,
Mask of many faces.
You don't have mask.
I don't have Mask of Many Faces anymore.
You
Sorry.
changed.
I mean,
I changed it so that I could be a Chain Master.
well, maybe I could sneak in with Fred. I could be a small animal that he could just carry, like in his pocket. And then when we find him, I could cast Pass Without a Trace on all of us. It might help us sneak him out.
I trust that you would be able to get out and that he would be able to get out, but with Kenaris being basically feral, and he might still be out, so you would have to be dragging him. I don't know.
I mean, Fairius.
I mean, unless you have, like...
Fairius is a pretty strong guy. Vampire elf.
I mean, do you have a way to get out of there? Quickly?
Hey, remember how last time we took some blood from me and put it in vials for him to just take really quickly? If one of you did that, and like you were able to do that quickly, that would unferalize him.
I guess... I mean, Mind Luna does have a point.
I mean, yeah.
I always hear her in my head. She's always giving me suggestions.
Okay.
It's a constant
With those two, I believe it.
relationship.
Yeah.
So you guys
You're telling me to stop doing
are
dumb
going
things.
to the front, right?
Yeah, we're going
All
to the
right.
front.
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys, you know, the drow are very, like, meticulously organized, so they actually file out pretty neatly.
Oh.
Yeah, like, as a culture, they just do that. And, so you actually come out in a very calm fashion, but as soon as you're out of those out of the arena itself, like, people just, like, erupt. And so there's, like, you look to your left to where the Champions Hall was and where you entered with him, and you see, like, this huge crowd going, "Look, it's Fred! He's here! Fred! Everyone just shake your hand!" And this crowd swarms him, and he...
Think of the marriage proposal.
He instinctively reaches for his sword, but there's, like, just too many people, and they're just like, oh, Fred, and then slapping him on the back and shaking his hand, and he's just like... Let's see who he finds.
The taller one?
Yes, he spots Tarina and gives you this look of, help me.
Let's walk over!
Okay, so you guys go over to that crowd. What are you gonna do to try to get him away from his adoring fans?
Do you want me to do my thing? I'm holding up my
Your
staff.
thing? What thing?
Oh, okay.
Fight like that.
I crack my staff down.
What thing?
I cast Druidcraft, and it just like a skunk smell kind of erupts out.
Okay,
Ah, yes.
let's see how that does. All right. So you release this putrid, disgusting, skunky smell, and people are like, oh, that's terrible.
And I'm just like, oh no, a skunk just came through here. Oh.
And then,
Ah!
you know, there's this a big portion of them leave. But there are determined fans, because people are crazy. There are, like, a number of females that have come up to him, and they've been like, you should join my clan. No, he should join my clan. Oh, I'll fight you for him. And he's just like, please stop. Fred, are you seeing anyone? Join mine.
Trina, say you're his girlfriend.
What do you guys want
I
to
mean,
do?
I mean, yeah.
They're not
I
having a
just
tug
put,
of war over him.
I put my arm around him, and I'm like,
Right before we get to him, can I just say, okay, you want to take care of him, and I'll go get Kenaris? Yeah?
okay, yeah, sure.
Okay. Pretend you're his girlfriend or something. I don't know. Please cast Pass Without a Trace.
What, on you?
But you need to be within 30 feet of her.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It stays on me.
Shoot, never mind then. Never mind. Okay. Do you have a teleport? You don't have a teleportation spell. Take the acorn.
I have a teleport spell, but it only takes me 30 feet. Oh wait, do you need Do you want me to teleport you?
No, I'm saying take the acorn. That'll heal him a little bit without using any spell slots, and then you can give him a little bit of blood, pass without a trace, and then bamf out of there. I'll be here getting the people away. Go!
Okay, so I'm getting Kenaris.
Yes.
Okay.
Whose blood are you using?
I thought you were getting Kenaris for a second. But okay, I'm getting Kenaris.
No, because you're the one with pass without a trace, and that's a bit more important. Take the acorn.
And then, am I taking Fairius with me, or are you're getting them? You're handling Fairius.
I'm handling Fairius. Take Boink. Go.
I'm a Fairius.
Okay. Okay. I take Boink, and I'm like, all right, Boink, just follow me, and I like weave through the crowd, and I'm gonna transform into a small.
Let's go.
It will do. I'm gonna just.
Oh, you have an invisible dragonfly on you, so you have advantage whenever you want it.
I mean, I'm just gonna turn to a small mouse and try to find him, and just kind of weave through the crowd and weave through the arena.
Okay. Alright, make a perception check.
Okay.
You'll follow Ellie first.
Oh gosh.
I believe in you, I believe in you, you can do it! You have the acorn!
I have the acorn. Is Boink giving me advantage on my perception?
Yes.
Okay.
He's giving you advantage on anything you want advantage on.
Okay, that's a lot better. Perception. Oh snap! I am super perceptive. I got a dirty 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, you see through this huge crowd of people, you look around and you spot our Carvage because he's 8 feet tall, and he has Kenaris just over his shoulder, and he's like just walking into basically like there's this like big carriage thing that is self-propelled by probably like magic or something because it glows, and then you see the War Matron get in it, and then he also gets in it, and then it starts to like wheel away.
Thing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna trail him.
Okay. So you trail them to they don't go that far because she actually lives close by. But it goes just down like a block, and then you follow their, just giant black carriage to their, basically this large estate. Most of the buildings in the Drow City are squares, and this, you can assume that they added on to it, and that they took multiple, like, sections of squares, essentially, because it's just building, so they just like took all those buildings, gutted the inside, and made a giant house. And you look, let's see, let me just decide on a layout. Okay, this one's fine. We'll call that trading room. So you look, and they come around to the side of it, to like this courtyard, and there's this iron, they'd have iron. This iron gate that closes behind it, and beyond that, there's basically like this kind of gravel yard where they can store their vehicle and horses, and it's basically like a stable / garage. Okay, we're gonna go back to Tarina. Okay, Tarina, get your schmooze on.
Oh gosh.
Those are like really nice shoes, but they're schmooze.
Think she's just she's going to, like, run over to Fred.
Okay.
And just, like, screaming, and then just, like, jump on him.
Okay, so she's running and screaming, baby, baby, hey?
No, babe, you won.
Oh, babe, you won. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Alright.
Sorry, it was really high-pitched. My apology.
No, it was so high pitched that the camera didn't catch it at all.
Yeah, I was Okay, okay. So, do, persuasion. Do persuasion check.
Persuade him? Okay.
Well, you're persuading the crowd.
Would that be deception?
Do persuasion or deception, because, I mean, she's saying, baby, you won, so, but I mean, I guess it could be, half of it's true, half of it's not, so, pick what you want.
Persuasion and deception have the same bonus to it.
Okay, then it doesn't matter.
What really matters?
10? A 10?
A 10?
Okay, let's see.
Oh.
Can I say that he's giving me advantage?
He'd be giving a disadvantage of anything.
Okay, this is, he doesn't... No, I don't see how he could give you advantage. Well, okay. He could...
Jumping towards him, he
That's
could catch me.
That's true. So, what happens...
He drops you instead.
Is, so you're running towards him, and what happens is, like, this crowd of women, they, like, they actually, like, get in your way without, like, seeing you, and you kind of just, like, bump into them, and then they're like, who is this? And he's just like, that's for girlfriend. One.
Oh.
50 kisses back to the minute.
So they look at him, they're like, oh honey, you can do way better than this. And they're like, and then they start like flexing, and they're like, check these out, check me out. And he's just like, I'm really not like,
Oh man, I guess that's drow culture.
Drow culture. They're like,
just flex.
Flex, flex. I can show you some moves. And I was like, I'd like to take you to the training ground.
Oh boy.
Whichever lady looks like she's like the one who's like whatever most like the one who seems like she's kind of like the leader of this pack of girls or whatever.
Alpha.
Female.
The alpha.
The alpha female. I'm just gonna go up to her and tap her on the shoulder and be like, I'm sorry, I don't think you heard you. I don't think you understand. He's not for sale or on the market, so back off.
Okay. Ooh, throw
Love
it.
it.
Yeah.
Claws are coming out.
Okay, you can do another persuasion check.
Combo.
Oh, you can do advantage this time too, because of the
savage.
setup. Because of because of how sassy that was, and the setup.
That is to 15. 15.
Okay.
Plus 7, guys. I haven't rolled above a 10.
Aw, we all have those days.
Yeah. Okay, so you're like, he's not on the market, and you give him like this savage look, and she pauses for a second, and it's just like, whoa, tiny lady's got some bark and got some bite, and Fairius like actually like grabs her and then like moves her aside, and it's just like, and then hooks his arm around your arm, and it's just like, I'm leaving with my girlfriend. Goodbye.
Yes. I've seen enough fanfiction to know where this is going.
And so you walk away in like this huff, and he turns into an alleyway, and he's like, I don't know where we are.
Don't worry, Ellie's following Kenaris, so just put Boinks with them so we can just follow them. Let's go follow them. Hopefully we'll catch up to them and just make sure that we're not being tailed. Let's go.
Okay. Hi, this is Tiffany, your DM. Thank you for watching Dungeon Damsels. This is not the end of the session, so please stay tuned for the next part. We update on Tuesdays and Saturdays at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you're interested in supporting us more, please push the subscribe button, like, or comment. We also have a Patreon, wink wink nudge nudge, and our show is in podcast form. You can find us on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Podbean, Spotify, and plenty of other podcast platforms. Thanks, we hope to hear from you soon.